Right now at 10, the Lynx alive to see Game 5. And teaming up to tackle the once eradicated measles virus after an outbreak in Minnesota.
It really does change a lot the perception of the community.
A little rain working its way through the area this evening. We'll track that. Plus, when 80 degrees is possible toward the end of your MEA weekend forecast.
Plus, a rescue dog from Minnesota hitting the road with pink after 2 shows in St. Paul. How we captured the pop star's attention. The news starts now.
Vandersloot gets it in. Ionescu, more magic! No! There will be a Game 5!
There will be a Game 5 indeed. Brooklyn, here they come. The Lynx winning in front of a sold-out hometown crowd at the Target Center, forcing that Game 5. All of us here really holding our breath for literally those last 2 seconds. Quite a game. We want to start our team coverage tonight on the game, of course, but also how fans are feeling. So let's go first to our Julia Daniels, who's live at the Target Center. And Julia, no doubt, I think we could hear that crowd all the way here in Golden Valley.
Yeah, it was loud tonight. I will say we knew this was going to be a close game. This was the closest game of the series so far, a one-possession game through and through, and the Lynx, like you said, they are headed back to the Big Apple for Game 5. The defenses, man, in the final minutes of this one, it felt like things were tied up at 72 for ages. Then Alana Smith lays one in. That's followed by a nice tray from Bridget Girlton. New York responds with a 3 of their own. Kayla McBride decides she wants one of those 3s for herself. With seconds on the clock, a shot clock violation. Courtney Williams drains some of that clock, and Sabrina Ionescu fouls Bridget Carlton. She sinks both free throws to win it. Here's head coach Cheryl Reeve post-game on the grit of this team.
This team, from the beginning of the season all the way through to Game 4, has this unique ability to believe in themselves and believe in each other. And what we said before the game, can we do it in the toughest of times, right? Because this will be the most that we're tested. We talked about it in shoot-around. This will be the most that this group's been tested in that way.
So the Lynx force a Game 5. The 2024 WNBA champions will be named on Sunday. The tip-off for Game 5 is 7 p.m. and sports director Reggie Wilson will be out there to cover that one. But right now, Ian Russell is also here, and he's got coverage of this massive crowd tonight. Hey, Ian.
Hi, Julia. Yeah, what a game and what a win tonight. And, man, these fans just showed up for Game 4 here. And I'll tell you, the fans we talked with were, of course, a little bit nervous. This was a win-or-go-home situation for the Lynx, but didn't matter. They tell me they were expecting and then getting that win tonight. The threat of elimination is hard to shake.
I'm excited. I'm kind of nervous.
Always there.
Welcome to Game 4!
But not slowing down the Lynx faithful.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Because whether you're a new fan of this team,
This is my first Lynx game, and so I'm excited about that and being here, and we're going to win.
or you've been around for decades,
We've been at every game since we started being season ticket holders, probably 2010.
love for the Lynx runs deep. So even with their backs against the wall, there's no shaking this fan base.
Hello, everybody.
No shaking this team.
You're still going to do what you do. You can't all of a sudden reverse course and your identity changes. That's just not possible.
The only thing that will change, the love of the game.
We're going to win tonight.
Always growing with nowhere to go but up, whether you're a fan of the Lynx or not.
Obviously, all eyes are on the WNBA. All eyes are on the finals. It is just great to see the game growing and seeing the players and the organizations finally getting the respect they deserve as professional athletes.
So win or lose tonight, there's nothing but hope for fans of the league.
I think we can do it. It's just the Liberty's a really good team, but they're dogs, so they can do it.
But let's be honest, fans aren't ready for this to be over just yet.
Yes, we're going to go back to New York, and even if we have to go back to New York, we're going to win it there. Yes.
Seeing this place packed was such an awesome thing to see. I came out here for the last few minutes of the game to watch things and watch the Lynx close things out. Probably the loudest place I've ever been in as the Liberty missed that last shot. And of course, I bet a whole heck of a lot of money. A lot of people here in the Twin Cities and across Minnesota are going to be watching that game on Sunday, Jennifer.
Oh, definitely, Ian. What a fun game to be at. And it's been a little bit. I think 2017 was the last time they won a championship, so
Yeah.
a lot of people hopeful for that. Ian, thank you. So like he said, winner takes all in that final game 5. That's New York City, Sunday night at 7 o'clock. don't miss it. We want to talk weather now, too, because if you don't have any plans outside this weekend, boy, make some. We've got a little taste of summer moving back in, but we want to go to Ben now in the backyard. We do have a little bit of rain moving in tonight, and that's important because it's been weeks.
It has been weeks, basically a month and a half since we've seen anything significant. And even the rainfall we are predicting tonight, it's not going to put a dent in the drought, but any little bit helps, maybe enough to knock the dust down a little bit. And most of those showers have been limited to northern Minnesota, at least through the afternoon and early evening hours. But you notice to our south and west, the remnants of a weakening frontal boundary will work its way through the area tonight. So some showers after midnight, and some of those could linger into early Saturday morning. But again, not much is forecast to fall. 72 tomorrow, then a shot at 80 degrees on Sunday. We'll talk about how long that stretch of summer weather continues coming up.
Okay, Ben, thank you. Some health news now. Officials hoping that this most recent measles outbreak in Minnesota will run its course. It's been more than 2 weeks now since the state health department has identified any new cases, and they say this is really a successful example of collaboration and partnering with the community to try to get those numbers down. Our Sammy Salina explains.
To stop a measles outbreak, it takes everyone.
We're not out of the woods yet.
Not just the state health department.
This outbreak crossed many jurisdictions.
Or the Minneapolis health department.
If you don't vaccinate to your child, it is a big deal.
Or Hennepin Health.
It is a team effort.
Saeed Youssef.
Measles is really, can kill your child.
Is a clinical care supervisor there. He's also a father. And as a member of the Somali community, it hurts to see them disproportionately impacted by measles, which is why he applauded efforts of public health officials to reach out to places like mosques.
It really does change a lot the perception of the community.
His 5 kids are all vaccinated, but he says there's hesitancy in the Somali community. The health department reported there were 52 cases in the most recent wave. It even impacted an elementary school.
Some people have the belief that the vaccines could cause autism.
He assures them that's simply not true and has been disproven many times.
We've seen a lot of transmission in households where it's hard to be, to exclude from each other.
Luisa Pessoa Brandao is the director of public health initiatives with the Minneapolis Health Department. She recognizes that messaging needs to be culturally tailored.
I know vaccines can be a controversial topic in our community,
which is why they put out a series of videos and flyers tailored for the Somali community.
We've worked with the state and with the county to ensure that information is out there.
Leading the collaboration is the Minnesota Department of Health.
We also work with any institution, such as the school or a child care, if there's a case involved in there.
Lynn Bata, their immunization clinical consultant, says now the collaboration needs to continue to keep vaccinations up.
The partnerships that we have and the work they've put into it, and the parents who have really listened to our concerns.
Sammy Solina, Kare 11 News.
There's also this. The health department says it will take a few more weeks of no new cases associated with this outbreak for it to officially be over.
Jenna here with more headlines. Tonight, police are looking for a former teacher who's charged with groping a 9-year-old at a Maple Grove child care center. According to a criminal complaint, Ryan Vaughn allegedly touched the little girl several times over a week in August at tutor time, and he would tell her not to tell anyone. The charging documents also say when the girl asked him to stop, he did not. Tutor Time says as soon as they learned of these allegations, Vaughn was put on leave and that they are cooperating with the investigation. We have a better idea of how Step Academy Charter School ended up in a financial crisis. According to the Academy's financial report from 2022 and 2023, an independent auditor found the school's general fund balance went from nearly $3 million in 2022 to just $54,000 in 2023. At the same time, the Academy's expenses were $9 million more than what it was pulling in. 2 high-level administrators at Step Academy tell Kare 11 the superintendent and 2 other board members plan to announce their resignations next week. And Bally Sports is getting a rebrand. The home of the Lynx and Timberwolves will be renamed FanDuel Sports Network on October 21st. This is a partnership between FanDuel and Bally's parent company, Diamond Sports Group. As for the Minnesota Twins, Major League Baseball will produce and broadcast games next season while the team explores streaming and broadcast options.
The old saying, every dog has its day, couldn't be more true for this dog. When we come back, how Graham Cracker grabbed a pop star's attention.